Hey guys, this is Elizabeth La Riva. Today we have Tanny Waters with Compass Home Loans, and I have a lot of my clients asking me, and they are thinking that 20% down payment is what you need to buy a house, and that's not true. So Tanny's gonna be sharing with us the different low down payment programs. So stick around. So Tanny, thank you so much for being with us today. Why don't you share with us what are those different programs that you can do low down payment?
There's actually quite a few that people don't know about, and correct in what Elizabeth has said, you don't need 20% as a down payment.
Yeah.
There's some great programs out there. One of my favorite is the USDA program.
Yes.
True, it's not, you're not buying beef or anything from the grocery store. What's great about it, it is a Department of Agricultural backed government loan. It is 100% financing. What's great about that, the interest rate for that particular loan is actually lower than your traditional conventional, which people don't realize. And it does have a small annual fee that is attached to the loan, actually for the life of the loan, but it's a lot smaller than a mortgage insurance that you would typically get in a mortgage that's with less than 20% down payment.
And better rates than some other programs too.
Yeah,
right?
actually quite a bit more, sometimes more than 0.5%. So there are certain area eligibility that you would have to be in to qualify for that particular loan.
Yeah.
So definitely see a lender and see what those areas are, or even talk to Elizabeth, that she'd be able to let you know what some of those areas are. It is just a wonderful program that people don't know about. There is some income limits to it, so there's just some strict criteria, but it also require a lower credit score.
Oh, that's great.
That people don't know about as well. So your rate, actually with a lower credit score, still get a better rate than some of the conventional rates.
That is awesome. So yeah, perfect. So that's USDA.
USDA.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. What other loan program is out there?
Oh gosh, VA, obviously, a lot of people know about the VA loan. That's another one that's 100% financing. You do have to be obviously a serviceman in the military. Could be with the spouse, could be National Guard, could be reserves, veterans that can take advantage of this benefit as well. You do have a full entitlement. Sometimes people can use the VA benefit through multiple properties, depending on the price of the property. That's a possibility as well. Closing costs can be rolled in. Interest rate is also lower than
it's really
loans,
great.
so
Yes,
it's wonderful.
yes.
And one of the biggest benefit I feel for this program is there's no mortgage insurance as compared to some of the other programs. So it really keeps that payment low. It's just a great benefit for our military folks.
So USDA and VA 0% down payment, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Okay. So I know that for USDA it can only be in certain areas. So probably there's some people out there that still want to buy with low down payment, but they don't want to buy in those eligible areas, and they're not qualified for a VA loan. So what other loan programs are out there?
There is an FHA loan as well. It's also a government guaranteed loan. With this is minimum 3.5% down payment. And the funds, what's great about this program is too, those funds can also come from a gift from family. So not necessarily something that has to come from you. Interest rate is also lower than your traditional conventional loan. With that particular program though, there is an upfront funding fee, typically about 1.75%, and there is a mortgage insurance that is part of the monthly payment as well. One of the downside, however, of that particular program, the mortgage insurance stays with you through the life of the loan. But it is another option just to kind of get started in a home. You're not necessarily tied to that particular loan, and once you build some equity in the property, you can always refinance it into another program
that's
to
a
get
good
rid
idea.
of that mortgage insurance. So it's just a stepping stone. So people just want to keep that in mind. Just because it's a 30-year mortgage, you're not tied to that loan.
That's a good idea. And then the other challenge that I face as an agent is when I'm showing properties and a client is qualified for an FHA, there are not that many buildings that will take FHA loan, right? So
one of the good news I just wanted to share that just came out in the last few months or so. Yes, FHA, a lot of the buildings are not FHA approved. Usually with a single family home, we don't really have too much issues with that. But a lot of the condominiums, it does have to be FHA approved in order for us to do a loan in that particular building. And as you see, as you have brought up, and definitely a lot of the buildings are not FHA approved, which makes financing very difficult. So what's great is FHA just came out with the news starting actually October 15th that they are are providing us an opportunity to be able to start applying for those buildings to be
that's
approved.
Great news.
That we didn't have. They pretty much have gone dormant in the last decade or so to allow lenders and developers to be able to apply for an approval for a building to be approved.
Good. That's great.
So there's depending on where the buildings are, there's definitely a process with it, but at least that opens the door for us to be able to get those options for our buyers. Because FHA is a great loan. It requires very low credit score, and typically lenders 620 or so for that particular program. And it's high debt to income ratio capability, which some folks kind of have a little hard time with qualifying because some conventional loans may be a little bit more tight on their guideline. So FHA is a great option for that.
Awesome. And what if we don't want to go the FHA route? What is another option we have for loans?
Yeah, this is it's kind of a hidden gem of conventional loans that people don't know about. Actually, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which is the kind of like two backed mortgage backed loans. There's two different programs. One is called Home Ready, and another is called Home Possible. One is just through Fannie Mae, and one is through Freddie Mac. But what's great about this program, we actually kind of, if you have the 3% down, instead of going the FHA route, this could be another route for you.
Because it's even less, right? FHA
it's
is
only
3%,
3%,
right?
so FHA is 3.5%. So this is
a little bit less.
Awesome. A little bit less. We'll save
It
where
counts,
we can, right?
it
And the 3% can also come from a gift. From the family too. Interest rate typically is not going to be as low as the government programs, but it's definitely an option. You will be required to take a home buyer ready class, but it's just online, so super easy. There is mortgage insurance going to be tied to that particular program.
Is it for the life of the loan?
No, and this is one of the great things about the conventional. Instead of the USDA or the FHA, where that mortgage insurance or the annual fee is tied to the life of the loan, conventional, once you pay down enough equity, down to about 80% of the value of the home. So you want to keep in mind, right, every year as you pay, the value of your home goes up and the balance of your mortgage comes down. So once you meet that point of 80% loan to value, you can request for that mortgage insurance to go away. But then
and lower the monthly payment.
And lower the monthly payment.
That's awesome.
And what's great is whatever interest rate you were locked into, you don't have to refinance, and the cost of the refinance to get rid of the mortgage insurance. And typically a lot of the times you may just require appraisal. Whatnot, just to show the value coming down to 80%, and now you can get rid of that mortgage insurance.
Perfect. That is awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing this information. And if you guys have any additional questions, they can reach you anytime, right?
Of course, of course.
Awesome. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave any comments if you guys have any questions. Don't forget to feel free to reach Tanny anytime. I'm going to leave her contact information below. In case you guys have any additional questions and you guys want to explore what is the best loan program for you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a like. Again, my name is Elizabeth Riva.